Man United news live today. What Amarim did on first day. Van Nistelrooy call and coaching ban. The latest Manchester United news and live updates throughout the day as a new era under Ruben Amarim starts at Old Trafford. Hello Manchester fans, welcome to Manchester United Daily Updates. Before continuing this video, click the like button and subscribe to the channel to stay updated with the latest news from Manchester United. Ruben Amarim has touched down in Manchester and already met several key members of staff at Carrington. The new Manchester United head coach begins his tenure today, although will not be able to preside over training while his visa is being approved. It is envisaged that this will go through next week. Amarim's backroom staff is set to be confirmed in due course after a number of his Sporting CP coaches were spotted on the plane over from Lisbon earlier today. Ruud van Nistelrooy will not be part of his setup, though. Van Nistelrooy, who was brought in as a coach by the sacked Erik ten Hag this summer, remained unbeaten in his 4 games as interim boss. Casemiro has paid tribute to Ruud van Nistelrooy after it was confirmed that the Dutchman would leave the club. The former United forward was put in charge following the sacking of Erik ten Hag and led the club to 3 wins and a draw during his time at the helm. After Van Nistelrooy's exit was confirmed, Casemiro took to social media to send a message to the departing former PSV manager. Gyökeres has been linked with a move away from Sporting following his blistering start to the season, with 23 goals in 18 outings so far. Ruben Amarim's appointment at United has increased speculation that Gyökeres could follow him from Sporting to Old Trafford. Ruud van Nistelrooy has left Manchester United at the end of his 4-game spell as caretaker manager, with Ruben Amarim opting not to keep the club's former striker on his backroom team. Van Nistelrooy returned to Old Trafford in the summer as one of Erik ten Hag's assistants and was installed as interim boss 2 weeks ago, when ten Hag was sacked after a 2-1 defeat at West Ham. The 48-year-old guided the team to 3 wins and a draw during his short spell in charge, reconnecting with supporters and rebuilding confidence in the squad before Amarim's arrival. Manchester United are 13th in the Premier League and talk of winning the title is fanciful, but Ruben Amarim must believe he can end the wait for league glory at Old Trafford. It's thought Omar Berrada has informed club staff that Ineos want to win the Premier League by 2028, which is coincidentally when Amarim's 2.5-year contract expires. United have made their worst start to a Premier League campaign and there are holes in the squad, but Amarim will inherit some talented players and will relish working with several youngsters. Amarim touched down in Manchester less than 24 hours after his final match in charge of Sporting CP. The coach oversaw a dramatic victory over SC Braga, with 3 goals in the final 10 minutes seeing the league leaders to a 4-2 victory. Morten Hjulmand scored the equaliser on 81 minutes before Konrad Harder netted the winner 8 minutes later. He wrapped up the 3 points 4 minutes into stoppage time. Amarim won 2 titles at Sporting, the first of which in 2021 was the club's first crown for 19 years. He also lifted the league trophy last season. Amarim leaves Sporting 6 points clear at the top of Liga numbers. A swathe of United players have shown their support for Ruud van Nistelrooy, who left the club on Monday following an unbeaten 4-game run as interim boss. The Dutchman ended his tenure with a 3-0 win over Leicester City on Sunday. The Premier League posted a social media video of the coach giving a hearty applause to United supporters after the win, which prompted a response from players. Reports are suggesting that Darren Fletcher will escape the axe and retain a coaching job at United in some capacity. There was uncertainty over his future at Old Trafford given Ruud van Nistelrooy's exit and the influx of Sporting CP staff amid Ruben Amarim's arrival. But BBC Sport believes Fletcher, whose twin sons both play for United's academy, will be kept on. As mentioned earlier, Amarim is not allowed to take training sessions just yet, despite beginning his tenure at United today. This will change when his visa has been approved, which is expected to come through next week. Ruben Amarim shares conversation with smiling United chiefs Dan Ashworth and Jason Wilcox shortly after arriving at Carrington. The pair were involved in the process of firing Erik ten Hag and sourcing Amarim as his successor. Amarim tipped to Mastermind thrilling Man United signing despite new Real Madrid threat. Ruben Amarim will help to put Manchester United in pole position for Sporting CP striker Victor Gyökeres even if Real Madrid enter the frame for his signature, according to an observer. Amarim has played a key role in making Gyökeres one of the most feared centre-forwards around. So far this term, the Sweden ace has notched 23 goals in just 18 appearances for Sporting across all competitions. Gyökeres is not just starring against the smaller teams in Portugal, either. He netted a Champions League hat-trick against Manchester City to help Sporting run out 4-1 winners during Amarim's last home game in charge of the Portuguese Giants. Amarim has now begun work at Man United. He insists the Red Devils will not plunder his former Sporting side in January, though the summer transfer window is another matter entirely. Indeed, reports have suggested Sporting trio Gyökeres, Goncalo Inacio and Ousmane Diomande are all in Amorim's sights for the summer. Top pundits in Sweden have been discussing Gyökeres' sensational form and where the player might go next. Ex-West Bromwich Albion and Wigan Athletic defender Jonas Olsson said of the 26-year-old via Sport Witness, "It won't get bigger." That should make all the doubters stop doubting. The argument from the doubters has been that he only delivers in the Portuguese league. But now he has shown that he can deliver against the best opposition in the Champions League. So, he's for real. As he has a buyout clause of around 1 billion Swedish krona, £71.7 million, only the biggest clubs can buy him. United are probably the obvious one, but Real Madrid also feels like an alternative. Fellow pundit Daniel Nanskog, a former Sweden international, added, "It's easy to think of Manchester United, because his coach is going there. He knows exactly how to use Gyökeres in the best way." It was revealed last week that the goal machine could actually be available for €75 million, £62.1 million per $79.9 million, in the summer. Sporting have reduced the demands after holding out for Gyökeres' full €100 million, £82.8 million per $106.5 million, release clause during the most recent transfer window. Gyökeres is refusing to get drawn into the speculation, having stated on a number of occasions that his full focus is on Sporting. However, the former Coventry City star has ambitions of shining for one of the biggest clubs in the world, and Amorim could give him that opportunity at United. Man United interested in signing Inter Milan star amid impressive UCL displays. Manchester United have had a mixed campaign and they have picked up only 15 points after 11 games into their Premier League season. The Red Devils have likewise struggled in Europe. The club recently registered their maiden Europa League win on the back of 3 draws. United will be hoping to change their fortunes under new manager Ruben Amarim. The Portuguese is expected to make a significant tactical change. Victor Lindelof and Johnny Evans have entered the final year of their contracts and could be released on free transfers at the end of the campaign. Harry Maguire finds himself in a similar situation, though United have the option to keep him for another 12 months through an extension clause. Manchester United have had a mixed campaign and they have picked up only 15 points after 11 games into their Premier League season. The Red Devils have likewise struggled in Europe. The club recently registered their maiden Europa League win on the back of 3 draws. United will be hoping to change their fortunes under new manager Ruben Amarim. The Portuguese is expected to make a significant tactical change. The 39-year-old has almost exclusively played with a 3-4-3 or 3-4-2-1 formation and he is expected to deploy a similar setup with the Red Devils. The club signed Matthijs de Ligt and Lenny Yoro to strengthen their central defence last summer, but there could be more additions in the department. Victor Lindelof and Johnny Evans have entered the final year of their contracts and could be released on free transfers at the end of the campaign. Harry Maguire finds himself in a similar situation, though United have the option to keep him for another 12 months through an extension clause. Inter Live now report that United are interested in signing Jan Bissek, who has stood out against Manchester City and Arsenal in the Champions League this term. The Nerazzurri are already planning to discuss a fresh 5-year deal with the German and they will only contemplate his sale for a fee of £33 million. Bissek would be a superb signing for United. The 23-year-old was recently exceptional on the left side of the back 3 against Arsenal. He won 100% of his aerial duels with 10 clearances and 3 important blocks. Arsenal goalkeeper Karl HEIN on Manchester United's radar. After a difficult start to his Manchester United career, Andre Onana has cemented his place as the undisputed number 1 at the club, restricting reserve keeper Altay Bayındır to only 3 appearances in 2 seasons. And the Turk, who has started in both Carabao Cup games this season, wants more minutes and has been linked with a return to Turkey. And that could force the club into action, and as per Fischages, the club are eyeing Arsenal's Karl HEIN to strengthen the goalkeeping department. The Estonian is currently on loan at La Liga side Real Valladolid and has started in all of their league games, impressing with his shot-stopping ability. Arsenal youth star on United's radar. Apart from the Red Devils, Arsenal's North London rivals Tottenham Hotspur are also looking at the 22-year-old as their reserve keeper. The report mentions the Gunners are open to his sale but want €20 minus €25 million for his signature. Whether the duo shell out that kind of money for a backup keeper remains to be seen. La Liga has a new protagonist, as Manchester United and Tottenham have entered the market to sign a new goalkeeper who is making a big impression in the Spanish league. Karl HEIN, 22, arrived in Spain as a long-term project to gain experience and maturity in a competitive environment. Currently playing for Arsenal FC, he is on loan at Real Valladolid CF. The Estonian goalkeeper has quickly adapted to the pace of La Liga, showing great reflexes and an excellent ability to react, key elements that have put him on the radar of top-level clubs. HEIN's future. Manchester United, in the midst of a rebuilding process, are reportedly looking for a new goalkeeper to compete with the current first-choice goalkeeper, while Tottenham are also considering signing Karl HEIN as part of their long-term project. His market value currently stands at €3 million according to Transfermarkt, and he recently signed a new contract extension which clearly shows that Arsenal still feel he could be valuable. It must be remembered that HEIN is a full Estonia international and has made one appearance for the Arsenal senior team a couple of seasons ago. Should he make the move, it will be another recent instance of an Arsenal youth product making a move to Manchester. United recently snapped up Chido Obi Martin and another goalie in Hubert Graczyk from the London side. In a bid to rejuvenate Manchester United, new head coach Ruben Amarim has reportedly urged the club's hierarchy to consider acquiring goalkeeper Karl HEIN as a potential replacement for Andre Onana. This comes in the wake of Amarim's appointment just 10 days ago, a swift move following the dismissal of Erik ten Hag, who faced a dismal start to the season. Under Ten Hag, the Red Devils managed to notch only 3 victories from their opening 9 fixtures. Since Ten Hag's exit, interim manager Ruud van Nistelrooy has steadied the ship, guiding the team to secure 4 additional points from matches against Chelsea and Leicester City. Despite showcasing a solid defensive record with only 12 goals conceded in 11 outings, Man United finds itself languishing in 13th place, afflicted by an attack that ranks as the 4th worst in the Premier League. As Amorim prepares for his first transfer window in January, speculation abounds regarding his shopping list, especially if financial backing is secured. Reports from Spain indicate that acquiring a new goalkeeper tops his list of priorities as he harbors concerns over Onana's performances, which have not met expectations despite some commendable moments. It is believed that Amorim has approached Ineos and Sir Jim Ratcliffe for support in making several key signings. Onana's shortcomings have led to him being labelled a resounding failure at Old Trafford, according to insiders. Amorim is seeking a goalkeeper who inspires confidence, as Onana has failed to deliver the level of security needed and has shown a penchant for costly errors. Recently, a move for goalkeeper Karl HEIN of Arsenal has gained traction, especially as he impresses during his loan spell at Real Valladolid. Although Valladolid is struggling at the bottom of La Liga, HEIN has distinguished himself with solid performances in 13 appearances. With only 1 year remaining on his contract at Arsenal, the Gunners manager Mikel Arteta is keen on retaining him as David Raya's understudy. Nevertheless, HEIN is not without suitors. Amorim is confident that HEIN possesses the qualities necessary to evolve into the next David De Gea should he opt to join the ranks at Man United. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. See you next time.